All right. Let me get some water. Yo, what up, Mr. Rainbow? How we doing? We got vertical and sideways. Luna loves BMW. What's up? How we doing? I am doing good. We're getting ready to build a PC right now. What up, Scott? Welcome in. How's everybody doing? What's going on? Am I building the whole PC by myself? I am. That's what I do. If you haven't been on the channel before, that's pretty much what we do around here. Build computers, get them all ready to go, and send them to customers. Ghost, what's up, dude? Welcome in. The only thing is I'm going to be getting a bone graft and tooth implant. That sounds scary. Not gonna lie. That doesn't sound fun at all. Specs. The specs are, let's talk about it. So, we've got a 9800X 3D. Got an RTX 5080, 1000 watt power supply, a bunch of these Thermaltake fans. We've got 3 terabytes of storage, 32 gigs of RAM. We've got some custom purple cables from Cablemod, X870E motherboard, and a 360mm AIO from Thermalright. It's gonna be a sweet build. Yeah. Luna, this is my 259th PC build. So yeah, we do this all the time. Nothing scary about it. Yeah, it's gonna be a sick build. Oh, and then we've got some RGB strips. You might not be able to see them over there, but yeah, we're adding some extra RGB. The customer wanted, like, when I say all the RGB, he wanted all the RGB. So it's gonna be pretty cool. In India, you guys don't have PNY. PNY is like one of the few places you can actually get a GPU at or very close to MSRP right now, which is really nice. All right, well, that's what's going in the build. It's all gonna be inside of the Leanly O11 Dynamic Compact case, the O11 Vision Compact. It's gonna look really nice, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, PNY is a solid brand. I know that they don't have, like, maybe the best reputation amongst everyone sometimes, but you know, right now, getting GPUs is hard enough as it is. I'm not turning down being able to buy GPUs at a very reasonable price, you know. Got a 9950X and the motherboard. Ran for your birthday. Hey, let's go. It's gonna make a sick build. This has two. Oh no, it's the base and the top. Okay. I thought it had two separate antennas for a second there. Yo, what up, Mean Dean? How we doing? Oh, you got the Trix panorama. Oh, and the Weiss, dude. That's gonna be a sick looking PC. It's gonna be beautiful. Can't wait to build and replace some of your old PC parts since the CPU has some issues. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you can't really get much better CPU than that 9950X right now, so it's gonna be nice. What are you rocking right now? I have a question, are you done yet? No. I feel like my 6-year-old in the back seat. When are we getting there? Not now. How far away are we? I don't know. Just sit in the back and read your book. All right, let's get all this plastic off here, lest we forget. There's a lot of plastic on this thing. Okay, there we go. There's our beautiful motherboard. Look at that. It's so pretty. My PC's 4 years old, and for some reason my PC has issues. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it just needs updates. You know, maybe reinstall Windows. Stuff like that can fix a lot of problems. Yep, we got an ASRock motherboard. ASRock has updated their BIOS, so you don't have to worry so much about destroying your 9800X 3Ds anymore. So we shouldn't have any problems. ASRock actually makes really good stuff. I mean, besides the one issue that they had with the 9800X 3Ds, their price to performance is pretty insane. All right, 9800X 3D in that fast. See, Mr. Rainbow, we can move fast sometimes. All right, we got a 1 terabyte SSD. This is a Team Group MP44Q. This thing does like 7,000 read-write. And they're always impossible to get out of their little plastic coffins. There we go. Their failures were specifically with X3D chips, from what I've read, and they have released new BIOS versions to fix it, so. I'm not too concerned. And it wasn't like it was every single PC was having that problem. It was still a small portion of the population, but you know, it's nice that it's fixed. You got the phone, what happened? Uploaded my giant waste of money onto your Discord. All right, we'll check it out later. Yeah, exactly. It's still a very small percentage of failure rate, but if it's something that they can fix, then like, that's great. And they were able to fix it. And now we're back to using ASRock. What up, Lunar? It's a beautiful motherboard, and it's an X870E board, so it's got the best chipset, and it's only like 350 bucks. So, you know, it's hard to beat. It's hard to beat their pricing. The MSI Mag motherboard is probably the closest contender in terms of price to performance, because they have that Tomahawk Wi-Fi X870E board that's only like 300 bucks. Unfortunately, right now it's really hard to get your hands on an X3D chip unless you buy it in a bundle. So I had to pick from boards that I could get in a bundle with the X3D chip. No, I don't use an anti-static strap ever. Okay. You really don't need to wear a strap. It's not necessary. All right, there we go. 3 terabytes of storage installed. We've got our 9800X 3D in there. Let's get our RAM in here. You have the Asus X870 for $140. Amazon shipped me that instead of a power supply. Oh, nice. Dude, 140 bucks for an X870 motherboard is pretty sweet. It's a Lee & Lee 011 Vision Compact. I don't know if Botrix is working, but if Botrix is working, you can try typing in exclamation point specs to see if it'll show you the full specs. Yeah, Lunar, it's got we got a 9800X 3D RTX 5080, some storage, 32 gigs of fast RAM, and then a bunch of fans. Yo, what up, MJ? How we doing? Still have the 7800X 3D, still love it. Yeah, I mean, with that CPU, you really don't need to buy anything new for a while. All right. Ragna, what's up? How we doing? All right, let's get my case up here. There we go. Okay. Whew. A little heavy. Yeah, it's gonna be a sick build. Very nice, very high end, full of RGB. I think the customer's gonna love it. All right, here we go. $5080 is $1,400 USD. Yeah, I think in most, I mean, honestly, a lot of the ones that you can find here are also similarly priced. Just kind of depends on what model you get. Okay, got that in there. Hyped to build my PC, just saving up right now. Nice. Are you like buying the parts one at a time kind of thing, or are you gonna save up until you feel like you have enough to buy everything and then build it? Does smart water make you smarter? I don't know, I bought this, like the actual bottle with the water in it forever ago, and now I just use it as my water bottle. This is just like filtered Primo water that I have in my office. Only if you are smart, it can make you activate your smartest. I don't know why I had so much trouble reading that. Setting up an Axrock Nova, I want to get that one. When I upgraded mine, it wasn't available. I ended up getting an MSI. I mean, the Carbon Wi-Fi is still a great board. I mean, I wouldn't be disappointed with a Carbon Wi-Fi board. You're gonna save up and buy it all at once? Nice. That's probably the right way to go. Okay, let's get all our motherboard bolts out here. 2, 3, 4, hello hiccup, 5, 7, 8, and 9. The rest of these guys, if I scooch this over, can all go in here. Or mostly go in there. Cool. All right. really want to build one, buy your GPU first and then build the PC around that. I mean, I would personally, like, I would buy it all at the same time if you can, and just spec it all out together. Use PC part picker or something to figure out how much it's gonna cost you. Then I gotta buy a case and chug it all. I'm only a little smart. If you're on a budget Facebook Marketplace, I'm telling you, get the whole PC for the cost of what a GPU is. Yeah, that's true sometimes. Although, like, you're not gonna get a super new one for cheap, probably, but you can probably get a 30 or 40 series for a decent price nowadays. Why does that feel like it's cross-threaded? $1,300 build. Oh, that'll be great, Lunar. Yeah, but that's what you're going for. I'm also planning to build my new PC as well. Let's go. What up, JS Stories? How we doing? Price of the 4070 in your country? Well, they're not really making more of them, so prices are kind of weird. 4070. RTX and a new fans. Let's go. Wow, Botrix just now said it joined the horizontal live stream. That's cool. All right. I mean, if you're going with like a more budget-friendly build, Born, I would just go with an 850, unless you can find a good quality X870 board for cheap, like on a sale or something. Okay, those are all in there. You can't find the horizontal stream? It's on my, it's live right now. They should both. You might have to like go click on the live tab on my stream to see them, or on my channel to see them both. I'm not sure exactly how that works. I wonder if Kick isn't working because I don't have anybody on Kick. Weird. All right. Those wouldn't require a BIOS update? What do you mean? I would update your BIOS when you buy and build the PC no matter what. Always update your BIOS. Oh yeah, I did help you configure it. You're right. You're right. Okay. Let's switch to that. Switch to that. Okay, so we got our motherboard in there. Let's start working on getting everything else going. Okay, here's our HD audio. Gonna run that down here. Loosen this up a little bit for now. Run that out to the bottom. It's gonna go all the way over to the side. Like that. Get our front panel connector, do the same sort of thing. Oh, I didn't turn that light on. It's like, why does it not feel as bright as it should be? That's better. Okay, front panel connector. It's gonna go over here. There we go. Yo, what up everybody on Twitter? No, not Twitter, TikTok. I can't speak. What are your thoughts on the 11900K? Got a great deal on a whole PC minus GPU on Marketplace. Just not sure. I mean, the 11900K is still an okay CPU. It's not great anymore. I mean, it's pretty old at this point. 5070 Ti build as my racing sim, and 5090 is going great. Nice. DDR4 4000. Hey, there you go. The only problem I have with the 3080 or 4070, you only have 12 gigs of VRAM. But for VR, I need more like 16 or more. I mean, personally, if you want more, if you need more VRAM, get a AMD GPU. They have a lot more VRAM for even their mid-level graphics cards, like a 9070 or 9070 XT. You bought the Carbon Wi-Fi X870. It also lets me run 4 sticks. Jeez, why do you need that much RAM though? I think even 7600 is 16 gigs of RAM. Yeah, exactly. The 5060 should be out on the 19th, I believe. All right, let's get our USBs out here. Oh, this one goes down low. Not up high. Come on. Come on, USB 3. Oh, a couple of those pins look bent on the board. Go. Okay. USB in there. USB-C is gonna go up here. See if they have it the normal way or the flipped way. Normal way. Okay, I'm gonna turn my heater off. It's getting warm. All right, okay. Everything that's in here is in here, plugged in. I feel like I could put this in here, like that. Okay. These guys kind of fold them back on themselves under here, like that. Okay. Let's get some case fans in here, huh? All right. Start with the side fans. So these are the Thermaltake SWA fans. We actually upgraded the customer to these because I wasn't able to get the standard version of the CT120s. So got them a little something nice. Nice thing about the Nova X870 is that there is no lane sharing. You can put NVMEs anywhere without, that is really nice. That is super nice because some of the other X870E boards, at least, do not do that. Okay, the cool thing about these SWA fans is they come with 2 different types of blades. So we have the reverse blade and the standard blade. So we just need to swap out these 3 with the reverse blade, and then we'll be able to use these as intake fans, and they'll still look pretty. It's pretty cool. Anyone alive? All right. I think these just pull out, but. I've never used these fans before. replace fan blades. Yeah, it just says push them out. There it goes. Just like that. And then you just push this one in. Ta-da! Now it's this is a reverse fan. How cool is that? That's pretty slick, man. That is pretty slick. And it's really nice that they labeled them. Rainbow's in the horizontal stream. Or at least he was. I often use VR, and sometimes, instead of course, I use more than 12 gigs of VRAM. Interesting. Just got a new PC, but my headphones port is not actually working. It's activated on the BIOS and installed the latest motherboard drivers. Is it plugged in correctly? Like down here? Like is this your HD audio thing connected properly? It could be there's a short in the case or something that's causing problems, but. That way, huh? There we go. That all clicks together like that. And then we should just need one of these cables, like that, to connect to RGB and stuff, and we can even daisy chain all of them together. Got all of our bolts here. All right, so these guys are gonna go up here like so. This is plenty long. It could go on top or on bottom. I think we'll run it on top and then we can just squeeze it right into the back of the case. So we'll do that. What up, Andy? How we doing? I'm doing good, man. Just happy building the computer. All right. Now we can get these fans bolted in. It was magnetized to the bottom of the case. I was like, why is this so hard to lift up? Well, they're not making 4070s anymore, so I'm not surprised if you aren't able to find them in your area. They are not manufacturing 4070s. I bought the base for it on Amazon. So just like the metal ring, you can just search for like large Lazy Susan. And then this top I had to buy, I bought at Home Depot or something, painted it black, and then put it on top. So not together, but you can get part of it on Amazon. Or, I mean, you could probably find a wood top on Amazon too, just not as one thing. Some smaller streamers are better than big ones. Oh. Thanks for having me out. You're welcome, dude. Always happy to help out. Seems like a good case, not a lot of bad reviews or anything worrisome. Yeah, but defects happen, so it's not unheard of that there could be a problem with that cable from the manufacturer, you know. The motherboard I'm using is the ASRock Nova Wi-Fi with the X870E thing, but there's a lot of motherboards that you can use for that CPU, and it all depends on when it was manufactured, if it needs a BIOS update first. All right, those guys are all bolted down. Sweet. This guy should just pop right on there, like so. Right, yeah. Just like that, super easy. And we're just gonna run that over the top and straight to the back. Alrighty. Yeah, there's no cable management things over there. Okay, so we're just gonna run this over to here for now. Then we're gonna get the bottom fans in. We're gonna daisy chain them together. So we got these 3 fans on the side, identical fans on the bottom, and then we'll have 2 over here, all of which we can daisy chain together. So there's only one connection being used up on the motherboard. I haven't seen that yet, Mean Dean. Yeah, I mean, if you bought it from somebody and something's not working, like if you bought the whole PC from somebody and it's not working, like, yeah, make them fix it. Or at least make them troubleshoot for you. Yeah, oh, Tampon Torpedo, thank you for the likes on the stream, man. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at it. I really like the Landcool 207 case, so. Okay. I don't know what that is, so I don't know if I would trust them for $245. Sounds a little sketchy to me. Hey, 5 GGs as well. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Funny how you're building a 5080 PC when I'm over here chilling playing Minecraft with shaders on a laptop with a 1060 at 30 FPS. Yep. There's a lot of disparity out there in terms of what sort of PCs you can game on right now. It all depends on what sort of performance you want and how much money you got. Get out of the way. Alrighty. Got all these fans together. Just like that. It's gonna go in just like that. That tray should come right out. Just like so. Oop. Center this on the tray, like that. It's a legit shop. I mean, if you're in the market for a 4070, then I mean, seems like a pretty good deal. You need to make a review about Acer power supplies. It's really taking the PSU market. Acer power supplies? Not ASRock? I didn't even know Acer was making power supplies. I don't know if I have the equipment to like do a power supply review in terms of like what it's really capable of and how long it's gonna last. You need a lot of equipment to do that. I want a high tower case for my next PC. I don't really like Cooler Master's stuff. If you want something that's like super cool and unique, the Fantex Evolve 2 is a great one. If you just want like something similar to this, I mean the Leon Leo 11 Dynamic or the Montech King 95 Pro are really cool. Oh, then why are you looking at 4070s if you already have a 4070 Ti Super? Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I've never seen an Acer power supply. Okanos, yes, Okanos. I actually have, Okanos is sending me their newest micro ATX, like fish tank style case really soon, and I'm gonna do a review of that. It's gonna be pretty cool. There we go. Yeah, Okanos is a really good deals. I need to start using their stuff more. I should have fed this through the back before I put the fans in there. Doing this all by feel right now. Yo, what up, Rytech? How we doing, dude? I have to be really careful when I cable tie those fans or cable manage those fans, because this is just like on here magnetically and it seems like it'll get dislodged pretty easily. All right. Got that. Got that down here. Okay. The RGB at least can be daisy chained. They didn't have a daisy chain for the fans themselves, but that's okay. We got plenty of ports for that. Haven't built in one yet, but Game Dios seems to have some nice deals also. Yeah, Game Dios, I've used at least one of their cases before. They're very cheap, but they also seem to like, they look cheap too, in my humble opinion. That. And then now we can route this guy down through here. This guy's gonna come out right over here. Plug that in over here. Hold on. Just got back from track, ran 6.25 mile. Woo, that's fast. I used to be able to run pretty fast. Now I don't really run at all, so definitely could not run a mile that fast. I think when I was really running a lot in, like after college, and I was doing relays, I could run, you know, 5 or 6 miles at like a 7.5 minute pace, but I never tried to run like in the 6s. That's fast. Okay, that's all plugged in down there. Okay, just working on this cable management a little bit. Let's cable tie that up. We can pull this off later if we need to, but we'll just keep it like that for now. Keep it nice and clean looking. Okay. Specs. This has a 9800X 3D and a 5080 with X870 motherboard, 32 gigs of RAM, bunch of fans, nice AIO. 1,000-watt power supply. That's the gist. Do I think Project Zero boards are worth it? I think they look really cool. I actually did a build of that like at the beginning of the year. They just don't make a lot of them. So your options to use them are really limited, unfortunately. Okay, those fans are in there. Let's put our exhaust fans in. These will be a little faster because we don't have to swap out the blades. Buy all the parts for your new PC, height wise 70, 50, 80. Nice, that's a great build, dude. It's a schwanky build. Okay, we just need 2 fans. Connector, and some bolts. No, I'm not giving you an RTX. I don't have that sort of money. I don't know if you saw the size of channel that I'm running, but definitely not big enough to just be giving away GPUs like that. Sorry, not sorry. If you spam it again, I'm gonna mute you for a while. What up, Dylan? Gonna be the first one I built, but you're ready? Hey, let's go. They were saying that height cases, well, the height is not sending more cases from what I've seen. At the moment, they're pausing all shipments to the US. So anything that's in stock is gonna get sold, and I don't know if they're ever gonna send more. But yeah, apparently their profit margin is real tight on their cases. Yeah, please don't beg for free stuff. This isn't Make-A-Wish Foundation. I love that people just assume that since I have a small platform and that I build computers as a business, so that I just have all this money to just throw away. It's funny. It's funny. Had a really good interview with the Height guys. They seem like a very sincere company. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I don't have, like, I totally get it. Like I feel for them, and like the tariff stuff sucks. So I don't really know what they're gonna do. I assume a lot of their business was in the US. Like I assume they sold a lot of stuff to the US, so hopefully they'll be able to pull through. All right. Hopefully we can still fit that, slide this connector above on there. I threw my money away all the time. I already threw all my money away, it's all gone. It's all gone. Think you have infinite money or something? I mean, they must think that. Like, hey, you build computers, you must have a ton of money. Like, no, that's not how that works. Let me give you a little lesson on how the world works. Just kidding, I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Get that back out through here. All these other guys. Right, Tech, you still in here? He might be streaming now too. No way, I got an ad when you let me give you a little lesson on how the world works. It was perfect timing. Nice. Unless you really know what you're doing, you don't make anything. You're not wrong. If you know about building computers, you know you don't make that much. It's true. Especially when I have to pay for rent here. I almost have as much money in my pretty stream PC as I do in the monster gaming PC. You're addicted to LED screens. Yeah, that'll happen. Updated Windows 11 to 24H and I lost my background. Where did I hide that thing? I had it on the desktop usually. Usually I just put them on the desktop. Okay, all that stuff's plugged in and roughly cable managed for now. So let's put some power cables in and then we will move on. All right, so for this, we've got EPS cable, we've got motherboard power cable, got another EPS cable, and we've got a GPU cable. So these are custom from Cablemod. We had to custom order them because they don't do purple in their standard kits. So yeah, it was not cheap, but it's gonna look good. It's gonna look good. Okay. Motherboard power cable. I'm gonna pull this guy out. We'll run through there. Just like that. Look how pretty that is. Whew, that's good. Yo, what up, Patrick? AMD build. 9800X 3D. The AMD gaming CPU. But yeah, Lee, they're usually just on the desktop. Build my first computer. If you lose it, just send me like an email or a message or something. I can resend it to you if you wanna slap it back on there. Build my first computer. I already got all the parts. Could you tell me some mistakes? I don't know, man. I mean, I would watch. You could go back and watch some of my like live builds, as well as maybe go watch. I have a video on called "How to Build a Fully Functional PC." It's a little bit older nowadays, but I think it could still be super useful to go back and watch. And then I did like a follow-up on like how to set up a newly built PC. That'll tell you how to like, install Windows and, update your BIOS, all that good stuff. So I would take a look at those. I don't know if they necessarily like delve in too much into, all the things that you could do wrong, but, it could still be really useful to watch. Another one of these ASRock cable ties. So just hold those cables behind the CPU power cables together. Okay, then we're gonna run these through here. Trying to do this without pulling this thing off. There we go. That. We might end up running them through this too before I get up to the power supply, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. All right, motherboard power. I don't care who you are, you can be an A1 cable manager. I just prefer simply not to see them. Yeah, it is really nice that they're all nice and hidden. I mean, like, I'm gonna cable manage it pretty well, but then you have like a cover plate there, and then it's got a back plate, and you're just like, you're only gonna see, you know, the pretty stuff, which is nice. Definitely makes the build look really good when it's all nice and clean and you don't see much of anything like cables and stuff. Oh, let's go the other way. There we go. And again, these are custom ordered cables from Cablemod. Come on, you can get over that little lip. Looks like it's fully seated, but it's not going over that little lip there. There we go. Just give it a little nudge. Look how clean that is. Ooh, it's so good. Okay, we're definitely just gonna take this off for this guy. There we go. Okay, this one is definitely gonna have to go through here, I think. Might as well put the CPU cables through there while we're at it. Huh? Come on. There we go. Get them both. Okay, there we go. So these will then reach back up to the power supply that's gonna go right here. And this guy is gonna do the same sort of thing. Reach right up to there. Okay. GPU power cable. Don't need that to go in just yet. Let's get our CPU cooler in here before we do anything else. How about that? Take me outside. How about that? Or cash me outside? Cash me outside. Still rocking the 4070 Super build you did for me. Love it. Hey, I'm glad to hear that. I do wish I would have went AMD over Intel, but who would have guessed 12th and 13th gen? Yeah, I mean, we just didn't know, you know? Sexy cables, right, Born? They look good. My favorite game, I mean, I play mostly Warzone right now. I'm really enjoying the update with Verdansk. Got a 9600X one with colorful B650M Battle AX motherboard, some 6000 Crucial RAM, 6700 XT. Nice, that sounds great. Your Gucci have full upgradability too. Yeah, exactly. Like a 850 watt power supply means you could upgrade all the way up to like a 9070 XT if you want down the road. Trying to start coding and hopefully into making smaller games. Oh, nice. That's really cool. If you don't already have the motherboard, you could maybe get something a little bit better, but I don't know enough about them to recommend anything. Yo, what's up, Devin? Dude, Devin, how's everything going, man? Thoughts on the CH260? I don't know that one. We can't get deep cool here, so I haven't been keeping up on any of deep cool stuff. Sorry. Don't push on ARGB headers too hard. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. If it's not going in on the ARGB header, then it's probably not lined up properly. It's a good one. Didn't even look on the desktop, found it, blamed it on old age. Hey, that's okay. You know about issues with drivers for 50 series? I personally haven't had any issues with drivers on the 50 series. I got really lucky maybe. I make sure to do a DDU uninstall and install the newest GPU driver for 50 series in safe mode so that Windows can't try to download any updates while it doesn't have a driver. and I haven't had any problems. I don't know if that's like the best way or the only way to go about it, or if I've just gotten lucky, but that has worked for me. Been building PCs for 20 years. I've never had so many problems like I have from last year. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't know what their deal is, man. The 50 series, the entire 50 series launch and everything has been like one issue after another, it seems. But they stopped making 40 series, so like, what am I gonna do? I can't not sell the stuff people want, you know? Alrighty, let's get our CPU cooler out here. With our pre-installed fans. Thank you, Thermalright. You guys are the best. Honestly, nobody's beating Thermalright right now. At least not in the US. Like, their price to performance on their coolers is just so good. Like, if you want the standard ones that don't have like the LCD screen on them, they're literally like $50. It's crazy. Like, you can spend more on a liquid cooler or on a tower air cooler than on some of Thermalright's AIOs. It's just wild. DDU didn't work? Are you? I mean, I assume you're on like the newest driver now, the 572 whatever. All right, Lokar, have a good night, man. Going good over here. How's the build going tonight? It's going great. It's going together smoothly. We've got these, dude. I don't know if you've seen these SWA fans. I don't know if that's how you pronounce them, from Thermaltake, but they literally come with 2 sets of blades. So you buy the fan, you just buy however many you need, and then if you want reverse blade, you just pop out the standard blade, put the reverse blade in, and you're done. Same exact fan, like no muss, no fuss. You don't have to worry about like, oh, did I accidentally buy the reverse fans when I needed the standard ones? It's all right there. It's so cool. They are a little bit expensive, especially for Thermaltake, but honestly, it's super nice. And they look really cool. You're gonna use the Thermalright cooler? Do it. Do it. 4090 working fine besides black screen when you turn on. Weird. Yo, what up, Sarat? Yo, P2G, what's up? I don't know how long your comment's been there. I don't know if Kick just like wasn't working for a while or what, but it was like super quiet and I stopped looking at the Kick chat. But how we doing, dude? I saw you're coming back to streaming. Have you started streaming again yet? I'm quite stupid because I have money. I thought I bought MSI. Oh, the godlike. And you have constant problems with it? Oh man. The godlike is such a crazy motherboard too. I have like essentially the equivalent to that from Asus on the previous gen. I've got the X670E Crosshair Extreme motherboard. Alright. Got some AM4, AM5 bolts. I meant to do this before I put the motherboard in. I didn't realize it until after it was in, so we're doing it now. I shouldn't need any of that. Okay. Okay. We gotta get the correct standoffs in there. Stay. Do I know the godlike motherboard? Yeah, yeah. Okay, and let me just double check. I can't remember if these go inwards towards the CPU or outwards away from the CPU. Inwards. Okay, cool. Let's do this. gonna be a little bit more difficult doing this now with the motherboard standing up, but it shouldn't be too bad. Normally I do this before I install the motherboard in the case. As long as those guys kind of stay on there, we'll be okay. Send it to me in Discord. I have a, you can send it in my Discord server. Type in !Discord. Hopefully that'll work. I don't know if Botrix was actually working today, but. If not, go over to the horizontal stream on YouTube. I know Botrix is working over there. At least it said it was. Cool. There we go. It's on there. All right. Now we can get all these bolts out of here. Mount the radiator. And then we're going to mount this radiator. I think it's all the way on the side, so we can maybe run it through that corner there. Yeah, got caught on my hand. Okay, here we go. Ooh, don't move on me. Don't do that to me. Okay, let's bring this down a little bit. So Rat, do you see that Cowboy Scuba Daddy posted? He was retiring from streaming. I did not see that. Dang. Did you try typing in !Discord? Oh, it isn't working. Go over to the horizontal stream on YouTube, and Botrix is working over there, so you can try typing it in over there. Or if somebody else can do that and then drag it into the, copy and paste it into the vertical chat. Yeah, I know it's definitely working on horizontal, so. Yeah. Kind of the downside of streaming twice on the same platform is Botrix is a little funky. I think Mean Dean's gonna get it for you. Just give it a minute. All right. Okay, put the top back on. Got that part done. All right. Do a little cable management on the back side here. Okay. Right. So got those guys routed back there. Gonna have to bring them back through here. And I'm gonna plug this guy in to start. It's gonna go into our CPU fan header port, which is this one there. Okay. Pull these guys tight through there. Daisy chain that to this guy. Do the same thing with the third one. Okay. Those guys are all buttoned up now. Okay. All right, there's that. Now we gotta do the RGB, which I think is over to the side. Yeah, it's over there. Let's plug these guys in. Okay. All right. I'm gonna run this guy out the side. Here I'm gonna kind of hide him underneath that power cable if I can. Just like that. Push back as much of this as cable as I can. Okay, nice and hidden. We've got just a little bit of excess cable here. Nothing too crazy. I think we'll stuff this back behind this guy. That's gonna go back there. All right, so there's all that. That's all installed, cable managed. Good to go there. Now we can work on this. So first, let's get our thermal grease out here. Give her a little mix. It's been a bit since I used it. We're just gonna slap that on there. Nice part about this stuff is it's so easy flowing. You really don't have to worry about too much about putting too much of it on there because it just flows right off the side. Get something to wipe this off on so that it doesn't get everywhere. Seems like I didn't get much on my fingers for once, which is wild. I feel like I always end up with a bunch of this grease all over my fingers when I get done. Live build, yes, we are live. What up, Jay Savage? How we doing? I build PCs, but I'm always interested in seeing other builds. Nice. Dude, this is a super clean build. Is a 7700 XT overkill for 1080p? I wouldn't call it overkill. I think it's a very nice, I mean, it's definitely gonna be really good at 1440p, or at 1080p. You could probably play pretty much any game you want at 1440p with that card too, so, you know, if it's in your budget, do it. Let's take that off for now. Okay, get that set on. Come on. do something like that. Get this guy on there. I guess we could run this to the AIO pump first. Yeah, there's just something satisfying about watching people build PCs, you know? Okay. Got that in there. Let's get this guy out here. Okay, that just goes right back on there like that. Nice and magnetic like. I'm gonna run this through that same spot. Just like that. Okay, run that there. I'm gonna pull this out so I can run this behind these cables. Okay. Gonna try to continue running this behind those cables. Like that. Go out to the bottom. Okay, USB ports over there. Yeah, ASRock makes really good stuff. I mean, they have fixed the issue that they had with their BIOS. Supposedly, I recently built one with a 9800X 3D and this same motherboard, and didn't have any problems. So, yeah, I don't think you need to be scared of buying ASRock. They make really good stuff. Okay. Not totally in love with this. I'm kind of tempted to run it back around the other direction. Let's see, do I have enough length in here to pull some of that back? I think I do. I'm gonna run it around the side here. Get a little more. Just like that. Now we can pull it back tight again. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, got all that in there. That's all looking pretty good. Let's get our power supply out. Remember, always cut right towards your hand. Thoughts on Asia Horse? They make really good stuff, especially if you're on a budget, man. Asia Horse makes great stuff. I've used some of their fans before. I haven't used any of their really cool new like cable extension products. Like they have some cool RGB stuff. I haven't used that yet, but in general, very good on a budget. And pretty good quality, to be honest. There, we don't need any of these internal cables. We just need that and that. The rest of this is going bye-bye. Thanks, Cablemod. We did a flashback BIOS update, but you could really do either. If you do the BIOS flashback, it doesn't really matter if you have your CPU in there or not. And I don't think you have to worry about damage or anything too. Okay, so that's gonna go in there like that. That side says GPU. Get this side in our power supply. Okay. Okay. Very quiet click. I wanted to make sure I actually heard it. There's that. And we've got our CPU power here. Okay. Here's all that. It's not looking too bad at all. Corsair LCD coolers. They work pretty well, they're just very expensive. And I don't like iQ. They're the software that you have to have in order to run them. So, personally, I would steer clear of them. I would go with like, you know, Thermalright, Lee & Lee. Who else makes good? Trix if you want to spend more money. But I don't personally care for Corsair's software stuff. It's a pain in the butt. If you can afford a video card higher than your screen resolution, I think that's a great idea. That way you can upgrade down the line. That's true. I'm doing good, Lance. How are you? Wow, we have a bot on Twitch. Goodbye, bot. All right, there we go. How many minutes have I been live? Hour and a half. 95 minutes. That's how long I have been live. I mean, how long will I be live? Probably not too much longer because we're basically done with this build. I just got to put the GPU in, and then we'll figure out how we're going to add these RGB strips in. Okay, there's that. This is going to go to our GPU, which will run out right there. Okay, let's get our GPU up here. the PNY 5080. The B580 is great if you have a good CPU. If you're using like an older CPU with it, the performance is not great. I mean, ROG Strix boards are solid, but for best price to performance, I would go with ASUS Tough. It's very good quality and it's going to cost you way less. Can I get one of these corners or edges? There we go. Don't go as low as Prime. It's not nearly as good of quality or features. I mean, the 5090 is the best GPU there is out there. I mean, it's very expensive, but the PC is pre-sold. This PC was already bought by a customer, built to order. You say ASUS Tough making a pre-built now? I think I did see that. They've made pre-builts in the past, like ASUS has. In my opinion, most of them haven't been very good, but you know, it's coming from someone who also builds computers. Okay, that is definitely seated. Is this GPU power cable gonna reach? Okay. Gotta see if this GPU power cable is gonna reach. I might need to reroute it a little bit. Okay. Trying to scoot that comb further back. Come on, slide on there. There we go. Okay. That is in there. And it does reach. Now, I can loosen up this GPU support. There we go. Tighten it back down. Ugh, there we go. Okay. There we go. All right, that's all nice and cable managed. Got the GPU in there, got all of our cables in there. All of our regular cables anyway. So, there's all that. Now, the last piece of the puzzle. See, the purple looks really good. It really does. So the last piece is the customer really wanted some RGB strips. So I need to figure out how we can do that and have it still look nice. So one of the things that I saw had the strips like, hold on, which side does this need to go? So this side would need to be connected to this. So one of the things I saw had like one strip go like along here, and then the other strip like along this. So let's see if we can do that. Like something like this. We'd have something akin to that. Like this, going around the edge of the motherboard. And then the other piece would go like this. If I can get it back there. The other piece would go down like this. So I think that's what we're gonna try for. I don't know that these magnets are gonna be strong enough to do what we're trying to do. I'm wondering if we have to actually use that 3M tape that they come with. That seems pretty good. We'll put one more over there. I'll run them to a fan RGB connector. Yeah, I'll probably daisy chain them in somewhere, but I'm just trying to figure out the layout. I'm not too worried about the actual routing just yet. Okay. Nice part about this is this corner is so busy back there. You're not even gonna see those cables. I think we should put a 90 there. Center of the 90 should be right about there. That. We can put another 90 here. Or maybe just a, we should probably do another 90 if we can. So that one piece at least, that magnet is just not strong enough because these are not at the same level here. That magnet isn't strong enough to hold that in place, I don't think. But maybe if I put another straight piece down at the bottom, it will be. Nope, definitely gonna need a, definitely going to need adhesive on that one. When did you learn to build PCs? I learned in 2020. However old I was in 2020, so I'm 32 now. So 27 when I started building PCs. So this is gonna go like that. Pretty sure I need to cover that magnet with this so it doesn't fall out. The price on this one, it's more than $2,400. The GPU alone is $1,000, man. I think it was closer to $3,000. And that's after like my build fee, shipping, all that good stuff. All right, there we go. That looks pretty good, you guys. That looks pretty clean. I think we need to shift those guys both up a little bit, straighten them out. He's gonna have to probably touch this up again when he gets it, because it's probably gonna shift around a little bit in shipping. But got a nice RGB strip here going up, and then another one frame in here. I think that looks pretty good. All right, now I don't think we're gonna need that extension. So where is that strip ending here? Get that cable to go through the back. Maybe I don't go through the grommet. Maybe I just go through the open space there. Okay, there we go. All right, get this cable in here. Where did I do all my daisy chaining at? It's somewhere back here. Or I have one up above too. Hold on. Should be another daisy chain available down here somewhere. Another RGB header. I thought. Oh well. Okay. We're just gonna run it up here then. Definitely have one hiding right there. Okay. This guy I can just run back through here too. This guy off one more time. that back. Put this guy back. There we go. All done. Let's check the front, make sure it didn't get messed up. No, looks pretty good. There we go. PC is done. Look how easy that was. All right, CS SA87. How much for a custom 5080 build? It all depends on what you want in it, man. You can go to my website, redneckengineer.com, and fill out the custom build form, and we can price one out for you. Okay, sorry, I've been ignoring you guys for a minute. Make sure he was watching his tentacle in 8K. I mean, I don't know that many people that actually game in 4K though. Like, I've never gamed in 4K. Start flipping PCs, so I'm not charging that much, but I'm like a few months. I'm gonna be really going up. Nice, Jay Savage. That's cool. Dude, so these are not purple cable extensions. These are custom cables from Cablemod. Just because I will not use a cable extension on the Nvidia 12 HP power connector. It's just not a good idea to do. So we had to go fully custom cables, so custom ordered. But for all the other cables, yeah, cable extensions is a great budget option. Starting price, probably like 2,800 bucks. That would be like all good quality. I mean, if you're buying a 5080, like that's a good motherboard, good RAM, a good CPU, you know, probably decent, you know, decent case and stuff, shipping, all that good stuff. So probably about 2,800 bucks, maybe 2,700 would be about the minimum, depending on if you wanted to go like really budget friendly on everything besides like the components that have to be really good quality, you know. I told Rye you were building me a free PC. Is he streaming right now or is he just gaming? Probably doesn't care a lot, but streamers don't like people self-promoting in their chat. Oh yeah, that's fine. I mean, he's not like trying to like promote his stuff so much. Oh, I guess he did mention his YouTube, but it's fine. Oh no, you didn't. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. But yeah. Oh, he is streaming. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna hop on and play some games then. All right, that's it. Let's turn this baby on. Screen might go black for a second. It does that sometimes when I plug in computers. Get the back panel and stuff back on here. Cover up my amazing cable management job. Okay. All right. Everybody, put your favorite emojis in the chat right now. I want to see it. Favorite emojis. What is your favorite emote? Put it in the chat. I'm gonna give you guys like 20 seconds. Show me what you got. Show me what you've got. Bringing the lights down a little bit. Me and Dean love it. Lee, love the fire emojis. Jay Savage with the fire emojis. Lunar with the fire emojis. Lance, love it with the evil eyes. My wife loves sending me that one. All right, y'all. So, 9800X3D 5080 custom purple Cablemod cables. Got the new Thermaltake SWA fans. 32 gigs of Team Group RAM. Got the Thermal Right AIO. ASRock Nova X870E motherboard. 3 terabytes of storage, 1000 watt power supply. All in the Leo 11 Vision Compact. First ever power on. Here it is. I didn't flip the power switch. First ever power on. What up, Arcan? Oops. I don't know why neither of these fans kicked on. None of these fans kicked on. That's weird. I wonder if they're all plugged in backwards. Let's see. Does this panel come off? Not easily. Okay, I guess I can't do that either. Oh, that's not gonna help me at all. Should have looked at the instructions more closely on those fans. That's not instructions. That's not instructions. Hold on. Doesn't really say. It does show that I put them on the correct side. Two of those fans are working. I don't think I did anything. I'm pretty sure. No? Can't see what I'm doing. Okay. All I did was disconnect and reconnect them. Ow. They're not loose, like they're just magnetic. So all they are is just a magnet. See, like they just stopped. Ow. There's like zero information on here. I mean, they use a magnet so that you should only be able to put it on a single way. So I don't know why these ones are being so annoying. Did I pull those cables too tight? This one has a couple of open spots, open contacts. Not enough room to lift this thing up. There we go. Well, the RGB just turned on that one. So I guess let's see why the RGB isn't working on this one. Wow, That is really finicky. There we go. Okay, there we go. I did install them correctly. That connector is just, the magnet is not very strong, and there's no like features on it that really hold it in place, you know, so it can't rotate. There it is. Now that's a lot of RGB, you guys. I don't know about you. That's pretty sweet. What up, Boo Man? Yeah, he said he wanted like, when I say all the RGB, he wanted all of the RGB. He's like, yeah, we've got a lot of RGB fans and stuff, but like, is that enough? Do you think that's enough? Personally, yes. So he wanted to add in these RGB strips too. And honestly, they look pretty cool. I don't knock him for that. I think they look pretty good. All right, y'all. That's it. We did it. PC's done. Very pretty RGB. Oh yeah, I think it'll look really good once it's set to a single color. We'll probably set it all to like purple or something. Alrighty. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. That is the end of the stream for me. We will see you guys soon. I'll probably be building another PC on Friday, depending on the schedule. I think Friday we've got a nice little budget build, so should be pretty cool. Peace out, everybody. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Have a great night. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.